Oh, you can. Hi, welcome everyone to ONOS EMU Sprint 2 planning. My name is Subin Zhang. I'm from Open Networking Lab. So first of all, we are trying out a Hangout on air. So I apologize in advance if there's any glitches on the video and audio recording. So let's get started. So what we're going to do is that go by the epics and run through all the epics and look at the planned task and story for the coming sprint. So first off, OpenStack service subsystem. There wasn't any backlog, any story in it?
I think a lot of this were just subsumed into core.
Okay,
probably.
So this probably should either remove it or move to core.
Yeah.
Next one up is IP optical. I see Mark earlier. Well,
yeah,
we'll come back to that. NetConf. Patrick, is that part of yours?
No.
No? Well, some of
probably going to be Mark as well.
NetConf, it's a Mark.
All right, so some of the epic we probably want to clean it up. Segment routing.
And again, so I think some of that is going to be done also as part of the core sprint planning.
Okay, maybe offline we'll clean up the epic issues.
Yeah, for sure.
Skip this one.
All right, IP run. Skip that one.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be done very soon.
It's according to the release, we don't have more features.
IPv6, is Charles here?
Yeah.
Are we having any new development on that?
So for this sprint, I'm going to keep working on the lab jobs from the last sprint. And there's one bugs need to fix. I need more time to investigate. And there's some unit tests need to be done. There's only one class is left, so it should be done in this sprint. So yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be just a one-man team working on.
Yes.
Okay.
Anywhere is volunteer, please contact me.
Welcome for a contribution, anyone, if you want to participate. DirecTV use case. Is that Rusty's? We don't see any participant coming up on the...
No, there's no.
Okay, so we'll skip that for now. Northbound.
Yep, so we've got a few stories and bugs that we're going to try to tackle. Continued work on the simplified intent domain subsystem. Hopefully have some demo. Show is going to continue to work on the resource service migration, and then the two bugs are from QA.
Okay. And so you and Show, two people participating in the...
Yeah, and then probably also going to be participating in some of the other
okay.
activities.
Mark, are you ready for IP optical or Spillback?
So, is this a 2 or 3 week sprint?
3 weeks.
Okay. We're good. A couple of things we'll be working on. One is to sketch out an HA strategy and deployment strategy for the metro control, right? Provided we are probably going to pursue the hierarchical model. Yeah, if the global one goes down, we want something backup. So we need a strategy for that. Then at the top of the priorities, write an OFC paper that I need to finish today. And then the next, what is it? 2866, 3138, 2931, 3136 are all, and 3135, all aboard the Yang train, I would say. So evaluate the Yang tool set. Do we need extra tools, or are we happy with what we have based on what the Happiest Minds did? And then test it out. Go forward with this. Finish the API, defining the API for a switch, implement it. Same for transponder. We might need to. So I added priorities. The switch is higher priority than the transponder. If we can only finish the switch, then I will be happy with the sprint. And then the last three, one is a bug fix that I think Show is already working on, but I'm not 100% sure. And then the last two are the OTM supporters. Moving forward.
Okay.
Any questions?
How about netconf? Any activity there? No.
You can close that application.
Okay, so we'll clean it up after the planning meeting. So let's go back to we just finished northbound SDNIP.
The first story is to when deactivate the XDMP, we should delete it. Then we'll solve 2 bugs. And then another story is to prepare the environment for the training in Shenzhen for the developer conference. The last one is the international deployment test. This is the normal test plus the OpenFlow state firewall. So this story probably I can't finish in this sprint, but I will start try to do that.
Okay. Any question for SDNIP?
Actually, quick question. Is there a semantic difference between 1.4 and 1.4.0? And if
I'm
so,
going to remove 1.4.
What's that?
I'm going to remove 1.4.
You are? Okay, thank you.
That shouldn't be there.
All right, Simon.
Yes, for the GUI, the main item on this one is creating a programmable dialog box for the topology view overlays, specifically for the use case where the overlay application wants to get information from the user. So basically providing the mechanism and the hooks for popping up the dialog and getting the information, sending it to the servers. And then there's a little bit more topology overlay stuff like the rendering of badges. I forget, no, there wasn't a bug in there. A couple of minor things like making the traffic overlay the default. Oh, and then the other one was, yeah, from the view where you can list the intents. If you were to select an intent and say, show this to me on topology, we would navigate to topology and show the intent highlighted. So that's about it.
Okay. Southbound. Ali has one task put on it. NPE.
So this is basically a bug fix. Yeah.
Right, it's one bug fix.
A question, please.
You want refresh?
Yes, I have one.
Okay, so that's Andrea's task. You wanna talk about
Yes, it's more or less the same thing we did with OBSDB, except we want to use the netconf protocol to get and set control for the devices.
So can I make a suggestion? We
Change the
we create a separate task, implement control config behavior for
Well, this
netconf.
was the one that should have been closed as a result of last spring.
So do we just recycle it?
No, I would close this.
That's kind of what I would do. Exactly, that's what I was suggesting. Create a new one and close this.
Okay, perfect.
Andrea, does vSwitch support netconf?
No, this would be, that's the thing.
Using,
That's-
OBSDB.
This is the old one.
Okay.
This was the last spring. Okay.
So I'll let you do that, Andrea. You just create a new one. Basically, just copy this into like netconf devices, and then close that one.
Yes.
Okay, that's all for southbound. Core.
So the stories that I have here are all geared towards adding support for dynamic clustering. So one is defining an interface for the metadata store. Another one for creating a base implementation of the same. And there is a story for dynamic RAS cluster resets. We have made some progress last spring, but it is not. There are still some bugs to be fixed.
Quick question on a priority of the bug. In my view, I'm not.
Intent throughput rate,
Yes.
right, you're talking about.
Yes. So, and please feel free to, I guess, differ with that opinion, Subin. But my thought was, since we're working on redoing some of the innards of the intent framework, I would prefer not to burn energy on trying to fix a slight regression in the throughput. Especially if
it's systematic.
What?
If you think it's a systematic problem, or this is the intent, maybe a use case that sort of highlights a bigger issue, then sure, go for it. But if it's just specific to some
intent, then I would not burn energy on it.
I agree with that. And also, this is not a system thing because we actually narrowed down to a change made to the abstract collector.
Abstract collector?
Yeah, the event collector. So it's and it was, I think I.
Oh, is it the accumulator?
Accumulator.
Oh, it's the accumulator. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So it was,
we changed that a lot actually.
Yeah. Well, because now it's actually behaving correctly.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Scientific. This
Performance is really
Well, my thought is this. Yes, if there's a big change in architecture, yes, we don't want to burn energy to fix the whole architecture. But the whole purpose of doing this throughput or all the performance testing so that we can track it on a daily basis to see if we have, regardless what the architecture changes. Can you mute someone out? Okay. So we should, because we publish a set of performance, whatever the change in architecture, we should at least to move our target towards what we publish.
But how bad is it?
If I remember correctly, they're about at least 30–40% lower than what we used to have.
Oh, that's
Significant.
Right. So I would like to use the 90 test as a gauge to track the progress. If we're saying there's a huge architecture changes that will cause performance to change, we should at least make that.
So the changes that we're making are going to make it less critical for the system to operate at lightning speeds, because we'll actually be far more efficient about how we use the underlying resources. And I think that's far more important to proceed on than trying to squeeze every millisecond out of the system.
Oh, right. I mean, I don't mean by say like I said, like what I was saying is that we don't want to fix the problem to meet the performance, but I would rather to say that we have that target.
Yes.
Let's make sure that we tweak, make sure the new architecture, new changes can meet that performance.
Yes.
So should we drop this off to backlog?
I would suggest to drop it off the backlog. That would be my suggestion. What about?
I mean, I think this is, I see your point, right? I mean, he's trying to, basically, we don't want things to creep in slowly, and later when we look at it, we have a bunch of things, candidate things that we need to investigate at that point. This particular thing, given that it is, like, it has been narrowed down already, maybe we just spend a little bit of time this sprint to see if we can, like, whatever behavior change that we are making later, if we can fix it. But if it is taking a longer time, at that point we can make a call and.
Okay, that's fine. Time box it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's.
So we'll keep it there. Platform-wise, this.
So if you were to refresh, please. Okay. I thought I added some platform tasks, but maybe not. Maybe they're core.
Yep.
Yeah, so there is, I think we need to continue to update the wiki. At least I know that I'm on hold for a couple of items. And I would like to make sure that we can run sanity tests as part of initially as part of the ONOS master, and eventually I would like to incorporate them as part of the Gerrit verification build. So we have a separate story for the Gerrit verification.
Is that out of the STC testing?
This is the STC, and this is just really short term, just as like a short duration test that would add just maybe like 2 minutes to the Gerrit or to the system.
Because at the same time we have a task on QA side to do all the startup and all the platform level. Okay. Is that all for?
Yeah, this is basically, think of this as a dry run for the ONOS Gerrit verification build. That way we'll actually catch failures before we merge. This is for after they've been merged.
Okay. I guess there's no additional work on security at the moment. Do you know of any? No.
I think the security work is sort of in a sort of this, not stasis, but it's Changwon's working on pursuing a couple of directions as per review that he did at the end of Drake.
So it's still.
So it's not right now. It's not being tracked really, because it's being pursued opportunistically.
All right. How about the REST and CLI epic? Who is doing this epic?
Yeah. So I don't think we're going to be doing anything this sprint, but for next sprint, I have some items that I would like to add in there, namely to be able to add schema to the REST API, so that we have a easily to understand schema, but not this sprint yet.
The next few epics are deployment. Is Luca log online?
No.
Can anyone tell?
It's just you and Wei.
So we're just gonna skip the deployment part of it.
Probably, yeah.
No backlog.
So okay, does that need to be pruned? As an epic?
The PCP currently we have done. Yeah,
Okay.
Should we?
We can deal with that later. Yeah.
Okay. Bulletin apps.
There's a defect. Still would like to. Whether it's related to reactive forwarding or proxy ARP, I'm not sure. It's one of those.
Okay. Virtualization.
Virtualization we're not doing. We're parking it in lieu of work on intent domains stuff.
PSAP tunnel. The same as.
I don't think we have it expense. So just double check the Wei. The Wei is online. Wei?
Yes, he's on, but I'm muted him because.
Oh, okay.
Well, he needs to unmute himself now.
Hi, Wei.
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Oh.
Do you have any plans for this PCEP tunnel provider?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So for this side, we don't have any update on this one. So we have, I think it's we have done this in the last release, right? Tunnel provider.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we need to print that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just want to double check this.
BGPRS.
BGPR, I haven't got their updates, so I can't present this part.
Keep them in the backlog for now.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Okay, test improvement. John, I don't think he's online. He said he got sick this morning. So what we did is what we're planning to do is a number of bugs that we're tracking, and also continue a few stories that come from the last sprint. One is we're going to add the HA test to. We have a bug that when we bring down the node, some of the state changes. So we're going to add a test case in HA to make sure that everything check all the topo, intent, and flow. And then we're going to add a flow rule-based REST API test on checking flow rules. We're going to pick up the optical link OE testing, because that used to work a long while ago, but then it was broken, and then people left, and we haven't had a chance to bring it back up. But this spring, we're trying to bring it back up and make sure that packet optical testing is Austin, mostly Austin. And then we have this platform test suite that we just talked about. We're going to continue looking into some traffic too, and at the moment we're thinking about Scapy to be able to generate arbitrary packet and check all those selectors and treatments are correct. That also tied to this func intent test. IPv6, we're still tracking with Criterion, but seems like the progress is rather slow. But we're going to keep pushing to see if we can get the IPv6 functionality testing finished. Then there are a few rather minor low-priority items that we picked up. So that's on the testing side. Anyone has any questions? No. Yang's service model.
Yeah. So now is the AT&T's ClearPass and Huawei's the team up these ones. So we need to define the POC. So in the past 2 to 3 weeks, so the Larry was involved, the group was involved. So seems like we haven't achieved a agreement yet. What's the first part to be? So the architecture-wide we're focused on the applications and mapping the service model into the current ONOS northbound APIs. No heavy works in the ONOS. It's basically a service model being taken care by the application. So in the ONOS course, it's only take care of the device model, which is the current implementations. So I think we can integrate the work with the markets .conf and the device model works. Most of the work is in applications. So the ClearPath guys propose to use the Peter Lee, who is the CTO of the ClearPath. He proposed to use their Yan tools, as the Yan Forge, to do the compilers to convert the source model into ONOS infrastructures code framework. So we still working on. We hopefully to get this done by the end of this week. So here is for the Jira's I created, which doesn't include the Yan Forge tools. So I hope the people can add more here. All these are full. All these are required. Like create a layer 3 baking Yan files. Let's define the block.
What about the story size for the? What is that? Do we know what the roughly estimate will be?
Oh, the point.
3123, yes.
Oh yeah, so the three probably is the end of this week. It's 5 days, so that is exceed your maximum 8. So you put the 8 there.
Just defining the POC, right? Isn't it that big? Defining the POC?
Yeah. So we have to
Defining POC. How is it going to be 8 points for defining a POC?
Because it's very hard.
I mean, it's too big, I think, to be a story of that size, right?
Yeah. There's we already spent times in the past sprint and work on. It's hopefully the next one is make the summaries or some things.
But can I put an 8 on it, or what?
8,
What's the?
put the 8.
Okay.
So I know it's too big, but
No, it is fine for a 3-week sprint, but that means that your work is kind of a.
Who are the people going to be working on this?
Me and Peter and Larry.
Okay.
But Larry seems has more ideas.
Okay, more question on the Yang service?
It'd be great if someone could update the epic to sort of try to explain what it actually is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we need to go. We need to do cleanup of the epics for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Framework. ONOS framework. John, you want to come up here? John is our key developer.
In sprint 2, we will do some features. First, we will.
Why don't you come over here?
Come over with the mic.
Here. You can sit there.
In sprint 2, we will finish some features. First, we will finish layer 3 subs-nodes traffic forwarding via OpenFlow table. We define two tables for subs-nodes forwarding, init and snight, and we also add export in OS. This port is used to forwarding all subs-nodes traffic. Is separated from VX9 port, and then we refactor VTN and VTN resource bundle, and the third one we will finish OpenFlow extension. We add some extend action. For example, move is used to implement ERP reform. Okay, that's all.
Okay.
So for the nomenclatures, we don't have a 6.
Yes.
Can we
the
change
story
it to
points, these are
5?
supposed to be Fibonacci numbers. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's that's
5 is close enough. It's the whole idea is not to think it over.
Okay.
Do you have any person?
And 4 too. 4 needs
Oh, there's
to.
a 4?
But just move the 4 to 5 too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
No, I'll let you do it 2841.
So this one also needs its epic fixed.
Right. Yeah, they're supposed to be Fibonacci numbers. All right. Okay. Thank you.
I know we have to print a lot. But deployment should be one epic. Those could be the storage.
Exactly.
We're not going to talk about the infrastructure. SFC, what is?
SFC is a big part. The information I got is the service tuning. As the project is a part of the OPNFV framework, phase 1. So the stories that they planned to be complete by the end of this is from the 3107. Let me see, 3106 till the 3122. It's all these are contiguous. It's I just modified this one in the based on the Thomas comments. So I haven't finished all those yet. So it's a part of it. Here is the things I can give the estimate.
Okay.
So yeah, actually the service chaining. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I was at TC3 talking to a guy from Huawei. I forget his name now. But my impression was this is not yet folded into Neutron, right?
Okay.
So and I guess if you start implementing it in ONOS, something needs to drive it, and Neutron needs to be complete, right?
No, it's
no.
It's,
Am I?
It's so the current the service chaining approach will overall have the 2 approaches. One is Cisco's approach, GBP's plus service chaining implemented in the device in the controllers, right?
Sure.
So the second part is put the service chaining logic into the applications. OpenStack is one of the place you can hold this logic. The second place you can build your own applications.
But you're gonna have the same API that Neutron is
exactly.
Right?
Yes, we were trying to build the APIs here to talk to the ONOS. So don't put too much pressures into the ONOS cores.
Yeah.
Here is the whole concept. So the ODRs they're implemented in the cores, the stores, everything's in the controllers. It's the second approach. The second approach gives the vendors some more flexibilities. You can either use the OpenFlow stuff and the OpenStack applications or the ONOS Java applications. So it's pretty much.
So this is for OPNFV.
It's the OPNF ONOS framework in the OPNFV. Yes.
Yeah, I think we want to clarify this a bit also.
Yeah, but I was saying if you look at the applic list SFC, I have no clue what that means.
And there's
a service function tuning.
Yeah, but, I mean, I know now, but
okay.
There's the description field is empty for the epic.
That just come by or like.
Okay. Can you go back and change that?
Yeah, sure.
Like all these epics, like Thomas said, I think need to be cleaned up. So
I already put a story point.
Story for the story. But go back to 3110. What is 4? Obviously, it's not a. Do you want a 3 or 5? You think? 4 is not a estimate for the story point.
Oh yeah.
Do you think it's more like a 5 or more like a 3?
It's 5. Yeah, it's 5.
How about the next one?
I don't know about that.
Oh, you didn't put it on?
Yeah, I didn't put it on.
Code for the port pair group.
Yeah, it's kind of interface code. So I'm not.
So who's going to be working on it?
So it's a team in India. So
Okay.
I'm going to ask
You okay? Ask them to put it on, or you can estimate for us.
Yeah, the first four is pretty straightforward.
Okay.
It's classic code.
Documentation, I guess. Are we going to deal with it this sprint, or are we going to wait for the next sprint for?
This
is the new epic we generated. We're saying that we're going to do it for release to make sure all the documentation is correct. Or am I mistaken on this?
If that's what it is, then I need actually I need to move some of my tasks from there's another story wiki update for Drake. I'll move them out of there. I'll take care of it.
Okay. I'm not sure about this or website. This is a generic website thing. That's not a sprint.
Tickets essentially for Bree to take care of when she's at the website. So no, that's fine.
Okay. I want to go back one more round and make sure that I don't miss any of the story points that need to be in, but we omitted. Books.
We should probably skip. We haven't peeled off wiki for Drake, right? We did not.
I don't think we did.
So okay, so we'll just use this existing task right here. I'll rework it. The wiki update for Drake, which is 2314. We can.
Do you want me to take a look at that?
Well, I'll rewrite it so that it basically just captures the work for just peeling of it.
Yeah, and Cardinal's the last one we did.
All right, so I think all the story has the story points in it, except maybe one or two. So far we have 197 points.
Same as last week, which is too much. No, the thing is, wouldn't be too much if you actually got it done. I think stayed on top of it. It's actually better than we did last time, because last time we had a slew of stories in there that were not tracked. So now it actually involves some of the work that's done by Huawei and other external teams, which is being tracked. Before that work wasn't being tracked. So it's actually overall it's less than what we had last time. I mean, we can just leave it that, and just as long as we focus and keep updating them and stay on these tasks and not get distracted by other ones, we should be good.
Let's leave it like that, and maybe we can spend some time do some planning, clean up epics, and maybe a little bit different process
and
planning.
We may actually, for next sprint planning, we may actually try something different in terms of different, like a Scrum breakout, but we don't want to make that the last minute.
Sounds good. Any questions from anyone?
There's one question on Hangout.
Hang on.
Yes, I have it. 1 second. If you click on that little tag, if you go to Hangout and click on those little tags, those little yellow tags. That one. There you go. You got the question there.
No, but you have to click answering.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, as the owner of the Hangout user, Thomas.
I don't have to do Photoshop.
Yeah.
Just want to wake up. Hey, special effects.
Did you? I don't see the question now. I clicked on something different. Sorry, I guess here.
Yeah.
Is the clustering metadata store going to be REST interface or Java interface?
No.
Okay, selecting. So, okay, it's going to be a Java interface. All right. We're done answering the question.
I guess we. Oh, one more question from Charles.
We haven't made a documentation snapshot for Drake wiki.
That's we just
okay.
We're gonna make one. Yeah. The one of the stories which is has to do with wiki documentation. We're gonna repurpose it for taking a snapshot. And so if everything is sized up, then we should be able to just actually start the sprint, and then we'll make some finer adjustments.
Okay. So I'll start a sprint here.
Start a sprint. So then let me know how many stories were. Yep, the 12th to 30th, right? It should be, and day should be 30th. Yeah, he is.
Okay, so we start with sprint 2.
And 67 issues and 197. It's okay.
All right,
All right. So
sprint
that's it.
started. That's it.
Okay, everybody. Again, I ask everyone please to keep on top of the Jira stories, update them as the work goes. It helps tremendously. Trying to keep visibility to how the sprint is going, how we're progressing towards the completion date, and makes the planning for the sprint review much easier as well. Thanks.
Thank you.